Holy crap, this is bad. This is terrible news for all of us, and a great thing. Let me explain, because this is Tech Today. Maybe you've heard about all the Foldgate news, maybe not, but this is terrible news for all of us, and a good thing. So far what we know is that only a few dozen Samsung Galaxy Folds have been given to journalists and influencers, and on Wednesday, April 17th, at least 4 cases of the Galaxy Fold screens failing have been made known and reported on. There's Marquez Brownlee, which most of you probably know on YouTube, and then there's Mark Gurman from Bloomberg, who is well known for having really reliable Apple leaks. Both of them had issues with their screen because they took the top layer off of it, and that top layer looks a lot like a screen protector. When this happens, the screen begins to fail because it is a vital component to the screen and its integrity. While retail units will have a notice on it saying not to remove it, at least from T-Mobile, their units did not have that notice on it. As someone who has both a Galaxy S10 Plus and a OnePlus 6T, I've wanted to remove the included screen protector from them, and if I did, the device would still work. The issue is that the top layer looks so much like a normal screen protector that you can't blame people's natural inclinations to want to remove it eventually, especially when the surface feels so different compared to glass. It is plastic after all. Yes, you could say that this is a user error side of things, but there are 2 other cases that do not involve the removal of that top layer of film. Ton Heselton from CNBC, his display just stopped working on the left side of the hinge, and Dieter Bohn from The Verge had something under the screen bulge out until it pierced the screen and caused the foldable AMOLED screen to show some artifacts in it. Now, I really don't know what happened with Todd's device, but for Dieter, it looks like something made its way through the hinge and under the screen to create a lump and pierce through the screen, which is nuts. And we can also see that the top layer is still on his screen. Now, if you remember, Samsung showed off a video of them testing out the Galaxy Fold folding multiple times. They actually stopped their test after 200,000 folds. So you have to ask, what the heck happened? What's interesting about all of these cases is that they're on the East Coast. So maybe it's a little bit colder there and it affected the integrity of the display. I really don't know, but I do know that Apple has been looking into foldable technology, but with a heating mechanism built in, which is odd unless it's for maintaining the integrity of the display. At the end of the day, we have to see what Samsung reports on the issue if they truly reveal what happened. So far, they've issued a statement saying, a limited number of early Galaxy Fold samples were provided to media for review. We have received a few reports regarding the main display on the samples provided. We will thoroughly inspect these units in person to determine the cause of the matter. Separately, a few reviewers reported having removed the top layer of the display, causing damage to the screen. The main display on the Galaxy Fold features a top protective layer, which is part of the display structure designed to protect the screen from unintended scratches. Removing the protective layer or adding adhesives to the main display may cause damage. We will ensure this information is clearly delivered to our customers. Now listen, this is a terrible thing for all of us. Smartphones in many ways have been a bit stagnant. A lot of the same rectangle with a screen over and over again, right? Is the Galaxy Fold in itself revolutionary? I doubt it, but I do know that the foldable technology itself will be a part of our future in some form. I don't even know if it'll make a ton of sense as a phone. What I do know is that the Samsung Galaxy Fold was a bold risk that was 8 years in the making that someone had to take. Technology and really even life does not move forward, progress, grow, improve, and make an impact without failure. Failure helps us learn, it helps us grow, it helps us become better, and it helps us do better things. It's true of technology, it's true of life. Foldgate is terrible news for all of us because it represents a new technology that just isn't ready for mass adoption just yet. It represents a loss of trust for the future. It represents a loss of trust for a company that's willing to take risks and develop something new. This would be true of Samsung, Apple, or anyone else. We should be bummed out that we may not see this technology in our hands for a bit longer. I even pre-ordered one, so I hope it isn't delayed, but I know that is a possibility. I just want to hold and check out a part of what that feature may look like. And a delay or recall just means the whole tech community as a whole has experienced a loss for the possibilities of the feature we could have and how soon we can see it. But it also represents a great win for all of us because the industry will learn from this. Samsung will learn and we'll get something better in the end. Yes, in the end, everyone wins because we get something better. So let's give Samsung a bit of a break. It's hard to make the technology of the future. I can't even imagine the number of people and hours over 8 years of development that were put into this, only to see it all blow up on the internet. There's still one big concern that I have that no journalist or influencer that I know has touched on. In fact, they continually show that they're not aware of this issue over and over again in their impressions and reviews. It's a fatal flaw that I realized before Foldgate even started. Find out more about that when I post the video on Sunday, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to be notified of when I post it. Thanks for watching. This is Tech Today, where we talk about technology in our everyday lives, in business, and in all things creative. Until next time.